told you guys. I told you they're not done with us. I told you. I've been saying this for the better part of a year, if not longer. Hey, good morning, by the way. The SEC is not done with NFTs, man. At all. If you're shocked that the SEC would make a move like this, I think you're lying. Or you're out of touch, and with OpenSea, that could be the case. Could be. I like them, but could be. God, lighting's fucking terrible. This just broke in the past 10-ish minutes. I didn't even have this on the agenda. We're going to talk about it, though. And believe me, guys, this ain't the end. Oh, no. I think we're going to have a pretty interesting rest of this year here as the war on crypto continues. Make no mistake, it continues. Make no mistake, they still want to smash us. Shocked. Yeah, shocking. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's rewind. Let's say our GMs properly. Good morning, guys. Mike, Resiak, Katz, Vru, Gravity. Good morning, guys. Appreciate you guys showing up, hanging out. Apologies for yesterday. Got some things happening that are pretty cool. I may throw a little curveball at you guys. Maybe halfway through. Maybe I got to see if I can get it set up properly. But may flip over to a Spaces here. Maybe like halfway through. Just to test it. I don't want to do it if I'm going to be fumbling with kind of settings and shit. But if I can just kind of seamlessly get that launched, then I think we might throw up a Spaces. If you guys want to chat. But that is going to be part of this show at some point, probably next week, but going forward here, especially the afternoon show, guys. But we'll do it here too. Maybe it's not every day, but more than now, which is never, because I want to chat with you guys. So yeah, the market dump, and let's start there. A good place to start. Crypto market dumping as of last night, right? I was on the phone with my brother, and he's like, dude, Bitcoin's at 58. I was just looking at crypto maybe an hour before on our afternoon show, and we were at 60, 61. And we touched as high as 65 over the weekend. So 58, I don't want to say I'm shocked either, because then I sound like OpenSea, but I wasn't sure we'd fall that hard that quick. And then I remember it's crypto, and it's exactly what we do. That said, why? Marty, it's a good question. I don't think we know exactly. I think there's a few factors there. Binance, yes. We'll touch on all these factors. But yeah, in the course of an hour here, guys, and this again, yesterday afternoon, $110 million wiped out of the crypto markets here. Part of this is just gamifying it. We were hot. Crypto has actually run up in the past weekish or so. So part of that is just the game of it all. But definitely some factors out there. Right? Now, this came later in the evening. No, actually, this was right around the same time. Okay, so 110 mil wiped out. This was at about, let's say, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time yesterday. 6 Eastern time yesterday. Right around that time frame, it probably an ongoing thing, the TON blockchain went down. Guys, I think there's something conspiracy theorist in me right here, right? But TON blockchain, not processing blocks. It is related to Telegram. This is the blockchain of the Telegram ecosystem. Coincidence? They're saying there was reports that this was a stress test. Really, really interesting timing, given everything that's going on there with the founder of Telegram being arrested. And we've already I've thrown out my conspiracy theories that I don't think that's the end of it. I don't think that's the end of it. And I think we're going to see more fuckery here on the blockchain related to it too. This might be a small piece of that, guys. It might be. I wouldn't just assume these are isolated incidents. Again, the TON blockchain not processing transactions, crypto market crashing, Binance seizing Palestinian assets. And to clarify this, guys, it's a few specific people. But with that said, this is at the direction of Israel. There's rumors coming out that the arrest of the founder Telegram also may be at the direction. Am I spreading false info here at the direction of Israel? Am I getting into like deep conspiracy theory territory? There's more going on. There's a lot more going on. Okay, so maybe those couple things are why the market tanked. I'm not so sure. I think we got more to be revealed here. That said, Nvidia earnings tomorrow, I believe. So there's a lot of actually some people talking here. Yeah, people de-risking before Nvidia earnings. If they come in with earnings less, you usually are getting pretty well fucked there. So it's people hedging some bets here or getting liquid like we try to do in this space. So a few factors there. If I were just putting on my tinfoil hat and trying to channel some like electricity and vibes and energy, what do I think it is? Yeah, I think a lot to do. I think a lot to do with this, and I think that has a lot to do with this. Just a feeling, just a good batch of instinct bubbling up in my tum-tum. So there we go. The real why we don't know. And the real does it matter? No, I've no doubt about where this is heading. Short term, medium term, long, no doubt. No worries. Don't care. God, this would be fun to talk about on Spaces, though. Hey, you guys tell me at any point if you want to hop in Spaces, if you want to get this going. Maybe I'll fire it up. Yeah, let me think. I'm thinking of the best way to do that. Anyway, we'll let that marinate for a bit here, guys. Got to talk NFTs. I think NFTs are back. Hey, this actually is interrupting my thoughts, my plans, but I do think NFTs are back. Yesterday, I think, was a milestone day for this NFT run. I think yesterday was the beginning. You could argue it's a couple weeks ago when floor prices on those big time NFT collections were coming back up. I don't know. I think yesterday was the moment for me where I'm like, okay, I don't think I've felt this energy since last year at the earliest, but it didn't feel like 2023 energy. I didn't feel good in 23 about what was happening in NFTs. I felt like that was going to come to an end, and I felt the bear market coming on. I was predicting the bear market was going to come. So I didn't feel good energy in 23. There was opportunities, but I didn't feel anything real. 22 was the last time I felt that. Right, the excitement to wake up and to just be active, chatting with people. Like everybody's investigating, everybody's like kind of scouring their individual sectors here, and everybody's bringing back info to the tribe. That was 22. That was 21. I didn't feel that last year, but yesterday felt like that. Yesterday felt like that magic. I'm not going to tell you the action was the same as any of those previous years. It wasn't, but the actual electricity and the vibe in the air, man, it felt exactly like that. Yesterday was special. So we'll get into why. Boss is asking NFTs or ordinals are back. It's I'll use NFTs interchangeably. When I talk ordinals, I will say NFTs, right? But digital collectibles, blockchain artifacts, collect whatever, it's back. Yesterday was definitely something different in the air. By the way, guys, smash the like. If you're watching on YouTube, actually, I may start out. Dude, it helps a lot. It helps a ton. If you can do the one little extra favor and just like the video over on X as well, it helps a lot. I do think the changes coming to the show are going to help as well, right? Obviously, got to step up the tweeting game. I've said this for months and months and months. Having this co-streamed as a Spaces is going to help a lot too. It is. Now, that's what I'll be doing for this show and the afternoon show. And I just got to chat with Joe still. My brother and I have chatted, but afternoon show going to the morning. I don't know what time exactly. Probably not this early, but 10, 11 a.m. I think 11 a.m. Eastern time is what Henry and I were tossing around there. But that also is Spaces, guys. That way you guys can come and chat too. So me, Joe, Henry, the same afternoon show. Move to the morning. Way more interactive. I'm excited about that. Real excited about that. What do you got here, Vru? Stashi Mint Floor. What the fuck? Okay, hang on. That's too big to skip. Let's peek at this, then we're gonna go peek at NFTs and why I'm so freaking excited here. What are you talking? There's a collection, something minted here and hit 0.045? 0.045 or 0.00? Because that's, yeah, hang on. We gotta find whatever this is. That's huge. I want to make sure I'm reading this right, too. Edge, good morning, sir. I know, Cats, this would be really tricky. No, maybe, Cats, maybe it's perfect. You just get to kind of bounce, when there's say stuff cooking, you hop there, you pop in and say hello. Yeah, I was really considering that. And ultimately, I'm like, what can you do? Like, what can you do when a lot of the friends have their own shows? It's tricky, man. I don't want to go up against them because they're so fucking amazing. I don't need that kind of competition. And if our show is good enough to pull in viewers, and I hope it is, guys, but I don't want to take anybody from them. And I don't think we'll take, but you get where that comes from. Just respect and love those guys. So would hate that we go head to head. It's probably moving that direction though. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, what I'm thinking though, this show right here goes an hour earlier. This show goes 9 a.m. Eastern time. And then afternoon shows either immediately after, which I would prefer. Afternoon show immediately after, or again, 11 a.m. And again, for it to be a Spaces, I think it's cool just to get nice and interactive, right? I would love to get you guys up chatting. So I was thinking of just bringing people up on this show, and we've done that very early on. It's just, it's a little more difficult. Spaces, I think, friendly to that. So yeah, it'd be fun. Okay. Yeah, I don't even see Dub. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I don't see you around the shows often, so nice treat getting you tuned in, bro. Stashi. Okay, let's peek at that, and then I do want to get a little tightened up here. Okay, there it is. Yeah, dude, wow. Okay, 2 sales. All right, I'm not going to worry about that. But yeah, I mean, obviously, free mint going to, damn. I mean, geez, come on. A nice $1,200 payday. Again, just 2 of them. Is this a tiny collection too? Yeah, 150 editions. Yeah, I don't know what to make of it. Other than, guys, keep an eye on exactly stuff like this. If we get new mints that are cooking, man, oh man, are we back? Really, back. Wash sales probably makes a lot of sense, boss, maybe. Yeah, so I like those guys, by the way. I'll tell you this. I think Joe, Henry, and I have something really special, and I would put it up against anybody. My preference is actually that show, the afternoon show, was at 9 a.m. Eastern time. I want to go head-to-head against the Nifty show and Steve. I think that show is that good, especially tightening it up and getting some, even a little more structure, keeping it loose like we do. I think that show's got real magic. You guys know the consistency will be there. We show up at this point. I think I missed one. Obviously didn't do the show yesterday, but one day in the past 13 months where I had no voice, I couldn't do a show. Other than I'm here every day, so I'll put our shows against anybody. And I'm not very PvP, I think you guys know, but I love that show. I think it's awesome. And yeah, no worries about head-to-head with anybody. None. Well, because we'll cover it all. We're not just gonna say's got their show, Bitcoin's got their shows. We'll do it all. So there we go. Anyway, we got to talk about the OpenSea stuff. I got to tell you, I mean this, guys, and you'll see this. You'll see this coming out probably over the next few weeks. The SEC has full throttle been going after Web3, and I'll say specifically NFTs. We know crypto, but NFTs for the past year. I hope we didn't think this stopped with Stoner Cats and Founders Keys. I'm trying to remember the name of that one. That wasn't it, guys. That wasn't it. We already know that they've I think they issued a Wells notice to Yuga Labs. And if it wasn't a Wells notice, they at least told them they were investigating them. I don't remember if there were charges filed even. But that never came to a close. These things take years sometimes. And I wonder if they're trying to get some of this stuff out there and start actually dealing with like closing some of these cases before the election. And it might be because this stuff is ramping up. We're going to see a lot more of this. All right, so let's take a look. All right. I shut the camera off when I put a Zen in because it looks so trashy. That's all. Anyway, OpenSea received a Wells notice from the SEC. From the SEC threatening to sue us because they believe NFTs on our platform are securities. Want to get more clarity on that? Are they just saying blanket NFTs, or are they saying you have some securities on your platform? Because you do. If they're calling Stoner Cat securities, if they're calling the Founders Key securities, if they're saying NFTs that yield token are securities, you're selling securities on your platform. Now remember, OpenSea has actually tried. They've tried to manage this. Cat's favorite project is Valeria. Valeria was removed from OpenSea because their NFT yields a token. And even if it doesn't yield directly, they're going to get an airdrop to token, whatever. The holders get a token. OpenSea said, no, it can't do it. That borders on securities. We don't want to be open to that kind of risk. They've tried their best, I think, to police that stuff. But obviously, they're not going to get it all. And the truth is, if one collection gets through that's under the radar that they didn't catch, but it is a security, boom, they're at fault for that. They are at fault for that too. We're shocked the SEC would make such a sweeping move against creators and artists, but we're ready to stand up and fight. Here's the thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I agree with them. I actually mostly agree with them. First off, shouldn't be shocked. We don't know that this is a sweeping move against creators and artists. We don't. This may be very directed at those tokens that are securities. This could be very directed at the wash-traded stuff. Again, it could be directed at those projects who have an NFT that does yield some sort of token. Those, they're going to try their best to call those securities. Okay? Cryptocurrencies have long been in the crosshairs of the SEC and companies like Coinbase, Uniswap, Robinhood, Kraken, and Consensus. They've been fighting the SEC's single-track approach of regulation by enforcement. It's bullshit. It is absolute bullshit. I'm with you. But this is a move into uncharted territory by targeting NFTs. I'm going to pause there. Remember, Jonathan Mann, Song a Day guy, Song a Day man, whatever his name, he's suing the SEC for clarity into this. They do try to regulate this by enforcement, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm glad these guys are going to have to stand up to this. They're being forced to stand up, but man, I think a preemptive strike like Jonathan Mann may have been in order here. Man, it was so obvious this was coming. Who remembers? Who remembers me mentioning that we have not seen the last of the SEC with NFTs and that we would see it in a big way, in a big way? This, exactly what I had in mind. I'll tell you this. I didn't know that there was something specific with OpenSea. I assumed it. I'm assuming, guys, and I'll tell you this. I am assuming that every project, any NFT collection in this space is dealing with this to some degree. Consider that, every project. That's my assumption here. I believe it. I believe it. To some degree, it's already happening and has been going on. Okay. This is a move into uncharted territory. By targeting NFTs, the SEC would stifle innovation on an even broader scale. Hundreds of thousands of online artists and creatives are at risk, and many do not have the resources to defend themselves. They know this. That's why they do it. This is them trying to absolutely cripple the industry by just cutting off the head of the snake, the content creators. Kill them. Make them too scared to do it. You going to buy any NFTs if there's no more NFTs to buy? Make it so scary that people don't want to touch this stuff. It's a horrible way to do things, right? It's using finances as a tactic. It's bullying. It is. And that is their approach. That's how they operate. And I want to reemphasize here, too. I don't think they're going after artists, right? Jonathan Mann, who sells his songs, his daily songs, I don't think those would be considered securities. I think those are collectibles. Maybe I'm wrong, and we do need that clarity. But I don't know if those fall under the category, nor do my favorite artists who put out pure art, Nor do I think typical collectibles, just an NFT collection, a 10K collection, it's art. So I don't think those fall as securities either. Now, any of those projects who are dropping an NFT to make money to build more, fundraising really gets you in that territory. It really, really does. Edge says we lived through the bear and are still here. You can't scare us. I can tell you this, Edge. I agree, and especially with the sentiment of that. I can tell you what they're doing scares a lot of people. I know it does. Because the money involved in fighting them is so extreme, it's scary. It is. And they're fucking ruthless. And this really is tip of the iceberg. It's a big one, mind you. It's a big tip. Can I say it? This is a Christian channel. I can't say that. But yeah, tip of the iceberg, or more, maybe more accurate. It's it's a big deal. It's a big deal. This is the start of an avalanche. It is. This is a big deal. This is then going to apply to Magic Eden. This is going to apply to every marketplace that has a presence here in the States. It does. And also, I don't think they care. They're going to find some way to still go after things that are not here in the States. They will find a way. They will. Okay. NFTs are fundamentally creative goods. Yes, art, collectibles, video games, items, domain names, tickets. Yep. We should not regulate digital art in the same way we regulate collateralized debt obligations. I think we should be honest and say that this stuff comes close to a border. This is a new way to do collectibles and art and all that. It does get close. It is a grayer line. That said, I think the line is still pretty clear. I think I think we have good common sense here, good judgment. I think it's really obvious when you spot something, you're like, that's kind of a security, isn't it? I look at something, I mean this too. Look at the Rect guys offering, making NFT holders stock owners now. And the same with the Plague. That gets really, really close to securities. It gets really close. Does it matter what order you do things in? As in, NFT came out, nobody had any expectations of building. We did that after the fact. And also, you trade these on secondary at this point, still. It's too late. With snapshots taken, nobody knew, there were no expectations. They're still going to find a way to make that a security. I'd bet you a lot of money on that. I would. As we built OpenSea, we've heard so many stories about the impact of NFTs on people's lives, including... Okay, I don't know if this matters. Whatever. Student artists finding full-time careers and selling their art. Yes. Game devs instantly enabling open markets and their in-game items. Yep. Passionate collectors from different corners of the world joining new communities. Communities all centered around shared digital ownership. Hang on, I gotta message Henry about this. I'm gonna see if he saw. Yep. It would be a terrible outcome if creators stopped making digital art because of regulatory saber rattling. They mentioned Jonathan Mann. Take, for example, the suit filed against the SEC by Jonathan Mann, Song a Day Man, and conceptual artist. I didn't know Brian did this too. Awesome. Brian Fry. Oh, no, he's the lawyer involved in that. Okay. Which describes their fear that the sale of their art and music could be deemed unregistered securities offerings. I don't see it with them. I don't see it. Good morning, D-Yank. You're not crazy for holding 2021 NFTs. Not crazy. It's a little crazy. Edge says Rect Brands is a registered security. Are the NFT securities, though? Right? Do NFT holders now have to report those? Interesting. Bull X launching on Tron in half an hour. Good shit. Gravity says profit sharing yielding NFTs are in hot water. Yes, they are. And you may find they're gray with those lines. You might. In addition to standing our own ground, we're pledging $5 million to help cover legal fees for NFT creators and devs that receive a Wells notice. Every creator, big or small, should be able to innovate without fear. Guys, this is going to branch out so far beyond OpenSea. You're going to see so many tweets out there from projects who also received a Wells notice or other action. You're going to. I hope the SEC will come to its senses sooner. They won't come to their senses sooner rather than later, and that they'll listen with an open mind. They won't. They want to cripple this. They want to control this. They do not have the same senses as us. They have their own senses. They've come to their senses. We know what their sensibility is. It's to protect their system, their structure, not ours. They're not interested in shaking things up like we are. They're not interested in a new way to do things. They're not. This is where I get the tinfoil hat on, but I believe they're very much interested in preserving their wealth, their systems, their structures. I believe that. I believe that. I believe they're as corrupt as you could ever possibly imagine. And I believe this is just the start here, guys. OpenSea's received a Wells notice from the SEC. We're shocked that the SEC would make a move that threatens creators and artists. We're ready to stand up and fight. You should have been fighting over the past couple years. You should have been. They knew this was. They knew this was coming. This wasn't a shock to them. No chance. No fucking chance. Hey, interesting. Trump guilty on another count, unregistered NFT dealer. Could this have something to do with Trump? Could it? Like, keep the tinfoil hat on. Could it? Does Trump get charged next with unregistered securities? I wonder. I think there's a reason his past two collections, his brand new collection, by the way, announced yesterday. I think there's a reason that collection and the previous one, the Mugshot Edition, are not tradable. You can't trade them until July 31st of next year. I think that's for a reason. I think it's related to this. It is funny. Comes the day after Trump announces this collection. This is wild. This is a big deal, guys. A big, big deal. We got to peek at the timeline, see what people are saying about this, because this is pretty damn spicy. Oh, good shit. Oh, this is old. Okay. Jonathan Mann went on this Emblem Vault show. Emblem Vault, guys, if you're watching, we've been chatting. We're gonna get an episode going together. Really like them. The Emblem Vault guys, by the way. They had them on the show. I'm sure they'll get them back. Yeah, I'd love to talk with those guys too. Guys, scary times. Geez. Do I need to recalibrate thoughts here about NFTs being back? Maybe, guys, maybe. If this is hanging over creators' heads, and not just the artist guys, but again, projects. Any project. Picture all your favorite projects. All of them. Picture Bored Apes. Picture Doodles. Picture all of them. Does this put a screeching halt to everything that's on the horizon here? It just might. Oh, I love it. Boss chiming in. Node monks are being swept. Let's peek at that. Are we about to see a pretty good dump here? Possibly, like in NFTs. You're going to start seeing those Wells notices flying. I think that, guys. I think you're going to start seeing charges. Yeah, I got to keep my eye on this today. Floor prices. Volume increasing, right? People dumping some of this stuff. Because these processes, by the way, I mentioned this earlier in this conversation. This is not a quick, this is not a quick legal battle. This is something that can drag on for years. Kind of surprised OpenSea wasn't served a Wells notice earlier too. I am surprised. And again, they should have known. Emmy Gems is forcing trading again. Maybe this is why you're bullish. Maybe. Magic Eden is a piece of that for sure. The Emmy token, a little stimulus coming. Definitely a piece of why I'm bullish. Definitely a piece. Yesterday, this, be good to get to this. God, I was going to play some of the forgotten Runiverse game too. We might have time to get in a little gameplay there. We might. DeYank, first edition Trump NFT holder selling at 3 ETH. You're holding and you're not selling till 3? I think that collection, by the way, collection's pretty historic. Yeah, I do. That might sound nuts, but I think Series 1 is pretty darn historic. I really do. And I have none. I had sold mine and I bought into Series 2. Those middle collections, 2 wrecked. Not historic. Pretty much dead. Same with the last one. By the way, I see people calling this Series 3, but this is really Unless he named it Series 3, this is Series 4. We had the first, we had the second, we had the Mugshot Edition, and now we have the, what is it, America First? So this is his 4th series. Assassin, good morning. Yeah, let's look through the timeline here. Good old Udi. Get these fucking people out. Get them out. Please do not believe for a second that Kamala's pro-crypto. Please don't buy into that bullshit. I don't. I'm not even going to give the benefit of the doubt now. I'm not. I won't do it. I don't buy it at all. I haven't heard a pro-crypto statement from her anywhere other than saying, I'm pro-crypto. It's bullshit. Okay. If OpenSea has received a Wells notice, why has Sotheby's not received one? Because they're not going after art. They're not going after that stuff. They're not going after pure collectibles. They're not going after, I think, RWAs, right? Something that's like the COA, a certificate of authenticity. They're not going after that stuff. Very specifically, and let's look at OpenSea. Very specifically, they're going after. Very specifically, let's look. They're going after anything that yields a token. Guys, Bored Apes yielded a token. It's called ApeCoin. I don't care how you structured it, right? The fact that ApeCoin came from this, like, anomaly of an entity, right? It doesn't matter to them. I don't think it does. I know you could say legally this and then this and then this, and it's not them because of this. I don't know about that. ENS dropped a token. You think they're not looking at ENS? Anybody who dropped a token, anybody, I think in any form, super rare. Super rare with their rare token. Dude, I think the entire industry is at serious risk right now. Pudgy Penguin's getting ready to drop this previous frame token, right, from the abstract chain. Don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but they're going to have a token in that ecosystem. There's an anime token coming out that is related. It's not an Azuki token, but it's related. Azuki holders get a whole lot of token allocations from other things. Think they can make an association there? I sure as hell do. But ladies, there's a token in that ecosystem. Again, it's not officially theirs. My understanding, right? They'll link that together. I believe this, guys. I believe this. I think they're going to try to tie all these projects with tokens in their ecosystem. Much easier if the project actually drops it right on their own. Obviously, much easier to make that connection. But I look at this, I look at the top collections, and I'm like, yikes, guys. Meme land. I don't think they're based in the States. So maybe they're safe-ish, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. And you see how some of this is a global thing. Again, look at the founder of Telegram. This is a global problem according to some. And those some are people in power. And their reach, you would think, has borders. But does it really? Does it really? Or is it so coordinated all around the globe? I think it is. Yeah, I'm worried about a lot of these things. And I won't be shocked if we start seeing more announcements. I won't be shocked if we see something from Magic Eden. Why wouldn't we see it from Magic Eden? They're selling the same NFTs. And the argument that we're just a secondary marketplace, that's not going to hold up. That doesn't matter. Lemon says, her talking of taxing unrealized gains isn't very crypto. Sure, the market will look bullish when people are forced to sell to pay it. Yeah. Lemon, you sent me some really good thoughts earlier today, too. Right? That it's if you make 100 million plus, which then what? Incentivizes you to not make as much money? Is that what we want to do? Yeah. Also, Lemon saying OpenSea probably has more money to go after than Magic Eden. Yes. Also, as much as they want money, they want to make a statement. Right? Why go after those, founders' keys other than setting precedent? And that's what I look at last year as being. setting precedent with some like pretty easy slam dunk cases. Those are settled, and all of a sudden you do have precedent. That is what I think the purpose of those charges last year were for. And we're seeing basically round 2. In fact, that was pregame. That was practice. This is where I think things start getting a little more real here. We start seeing some serious charges, real charges and real serious charges here. Again, who else here is possibly at risk? Who is a token? Forgotten Runes, by the way. Man, I want to play that game. I created my character. I ran around for 15 seconds. Want to get back in. NBA Top Shot. They got dinged just for having flow in that ecosystem, right? So Dapper Labs got a slap on the wrist for that. Chimper's token, yes, no? It's pretty damn concerning, guys, across the board. Pirate Nation, I think, is a token as well. I think they do. If I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I think they have a token. Moonbird's probably safe. They've got an off-chain token. It's not a real token. But honestly, okay, then I start wondering, does it matter if it's an on-chain token or not? If you yield a thing that lets you buy things, I don't know. Cool Cats, pay special note lemon. It's a great point. Cool Cats Milk. Pay special note and attention to when they ended their token. You know what I mean? Last March, February, March, that token was ended. And there's probably a reason for that, guys. Again, I think the SEC is in touch. I think they've been busy. That's what I think. Yeah, I'm peeking through for any others that really stand out that I think are maybe at risk. Hey, Mochaverse. Again, I don't think based anywhere in the States. I think they have. Well, I wonder if Animoca. I wonder if anything related to their NFTs is registered here in the States. But they have their token. Dude, the impact here is going to be wild. That is a big, big development here this morning. Yeah, Jonathan, man. Good on you, man. Sir. Sir. Yeah, wild stuff. Just skimming through, want to see who else is talking about this. Again, I assume it's everyone right now, and I think everyone's probably freaking out to a degree. The timing is so interesting, right after the Trump NFTs. It's so interesting. Now, Trump, in his collection, he's very specifically states it in the terms, none of the money goes to his campaign. None of it. It's all personal. It's interesting. The timing is super interesting. 5 million ain't enough, by the way. It's probably not even enough for them to fight. Man, wild. Wild. I love it from Nate. Wait, so baseball cards are securities now? No, I don't think they are. I don't think that's what they're going after. Again, we need a little more clarification. What are they focusing on? What NFTs sold on OpenSea are they calling securities? If they're saying they're all securities, man, that's a major escalation. Major. If that's what they're saying, man, we're in trouble. That does bring us to a screeching halt. It really does. If everybody's too scared to do anything, and maybe they keep it vague on purpose for that reason. But I do think they're singling out specific types of NFTs. But dude, cripple the marketplaces is a really easy way to win and to kill this stuff. It is. Go after the marketplaces. Make them too scared. Make them too scared to list stuff. Again, going back to the Valeria collection and others, right, that they delisted, make any NFT collection too scared. Excuse me, make the marketplaces too scared to list anything. And this is really going to force these marketplaces to go KYC, to file all kinds of legal paperwork for you to even have your NFTs on the platform. Guys, this is why projects got to build their own marketplaces. Decentralize this shit. Like, this in a way is good if it forces us to go the way we should be going. Decentralize the marketplaces. Like Valeria did with their own marketplace. Like the Not Larva Labs marketplace. That's the idea, and that is the direction we should be heading. And people who had great vision down the roads, they started doing that. Again, we need a lot more clarity, because if it's a blanket statement, then look out. It's going to be a rough stretch here. God, how quickly things can change, huh? The SEC is now trying to claim that NFTs are securities. And again, I don't think they're talking about everything. Did they post the notice, guys? Did they post the Wells notice? If anybody can find that, send me a DM. I would love to see that. The fact that they're saying it's a sweeping move makes me wonder if they are, right? Is it the NFTs on the platform, or is it specific NFTs? It's such an important distinction here. Really, really, it's so important. So we got to find that out. We got to find it out. It's so important. Now, this will feel funny, okay? This is going to feel really funny if I now switch gears and talk about why I'm so bullish on NFTs, and I think we should. Right? I think this is so out of our control. I don't know what we can do here. Actually, God, I'm still chewing on this, guys. Do you think OpenSea stops what they're doing? And I mean that we've seen times where, thinking about like Binance, I feel like they've gotten charged with certain things, and all of a sudden they delist certain tokens, right? Am I thinking clearly? I feel like we've seen that in the past. You know, a batch of tokens no longer for sale, no longer tradable on the platform because they're named in some kind of suit. Does OpenSea suddenly, could you imagine going to OpenSea and, not that it's offline, but that you can't trade? Can you imagine that and what that would do to this space? I wonder. Today's a big day. Today's a really big day, guys. Potentially one of the biggest days in NFTs in, God, history. Guys, in history. Not being hyperbolic here. Potentially it is that. Picture, OpenSea no longer letting you trade NFTs. Now, it's great we have other options, right? All that volume, probably not much volume, to be honest, but volume heads to Magic Eden, volume heads to Blur. But that's something to be mindful of. That could happen. That could happen here. That really could. Just absolutely crazy. Let's see if we have any kind of impact here on crypto. It is big news. I mean, crypto down in the past hour. Could be related, guys. That could absolutely be related. Man. It's a big day. It's a really, really big day here. Okay, I'm just searching for any other comments about this. I would love to see that Wells notice too, man. Yeah. Yeah, just wild. Wild development. Well, yeah, let's shift the vibe, because I think we still need some details about this Wells notice. I don't buy the pro crypto talk from Harris. I don't buy it. In fact, it just makes me more frustrated. All right, with all that said, until just now, and yesterday specifically, man, oh man, did I feel like NFTs are coming roaring back. Oh man, I really did, guys. And it's this collection. Guys, you know what even feels funny talking bullish about any of this right now? because this was a big time indicator. This was a big time sign that there was some life here, not even just a little life. I'm talking big time energy, but it just really building up here. It's a derivative collection, guys, on base called Pnux. Right, a great Punks derivative collection, mint for 0.005 ETH, sells out in about an hour. 120 ETH on secondary. Man, that doesn't happen when NFTs are dead. It doesn't happen. 0.005, what does that cost? What is that? $15? Somewhere in that ballpark. It's not much, but nobody's even going to take the steps to open up their wallet to then go buy something with no expectations that they win, unless you got some extra money. Unless you've already won here and there. You've already been winning. Got extra money to throw at something that's silly, that just it makes you laugh, right? When we're back in that headspace, man, look out. Look out. We're back vibes. Strong. Big time. Big time we're back vibes. And we saw it yesterday. This is what got me so excited yesterday. Seeing the collection sell out, see it rip on secondary, see a 4x on secondary. And these did get up over 0.02. 0.021, 0.022, I think was the peak. In fact, let's peek. Let's look at that. What was the peak there? But the fact that people won on this, even if you bought on secondary, and that's probably the key point there. You minted, you won. Even if you bought on secondary, you had a lot of opportunities to win. And that just gets you going. That gets you ready for the next time. That tells you, until the news today with OpenSea, that tells you need to start looking at collections post-mint and start considering if you can go make some money by just playing the secondary market. Okay, where's floor price? Okay, at their peak, 0.025. A 5x? There's a 5x on that collection from Mint. I mean, come on. It's pretty amazing, huh? Let's see. George, are inscriptions less likely to be security since they're less mutable and more decentralized? Yeah, I do think so. Although I think similar things apply if you have a collection that ends up getting you a rune. Only thing is, these runes don't have utility for the most part. So I think the Bitcoin ecosystem is actually a lot more resilient to this kind of thing. I think that's the case. I think so. I think ordinals in general are probably okay here. So yeah, I do think a little more bullish for the Bitcoin ecosystem. Yeah, me last night. NFTs are back. Someone else thought otherwise here. It's true. It's true. This is gonna be rough. This is potentially gonna be very, very rough. Oh shit! Hang on. Henry didn't see the OpenSea news. This is as of like 30 minutes ago. Just fill in Henry, and I hope he knows by at this point here. Yeah, he's just laughing. Again, how quickly things can change here. Still, bullish as hell yesterday. Because of this, I'll tell you this, I'm still bullish. I'm still bullish. This doesn't change any... Actually, it changes a lot, but whatever. For the sake of the show, this doesn't change anything. I'm so bullish. Oh, random, just because I got the tab up. I told you when I buy, I will let you know. I bought some hoe. And actually, that's thanks to Whirly Girl. I mean it. Great timing here. Whirly Girl, that's a great point, but we also don't know, and I'm a little worried. But yes, Whirly Girl says even if some NFTs are determined to be securities, doesn't mean all will be. And that's why it's so important for us to hear that Wells notice or hear more from the SEC. What did they mean? Right? Did OpenSea just not give us all the details and they gave them some specific examples? Or was it a blanket statement and said, you are selling with all the products on your site, you are selling securities, the end? And if it is that, if they're just saying NFTs equal securities, which they've never said before, guys, they've never said it. If this is the first time they're saying that, then look out. Then it's back to what I said. This is maybe the biggest moment for NFTs, period, in history. that NFTs are indeed securities. Doesn't matter what type of NFT. And so I don't believe that was their intention. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that's their position. I think it's very specific NFTs, and it's a lot of them, by the way. It's a lot of NFTs, a lot. And a lot of the major ones out there are securities. According to their definition, I don't agree with them, but the SEC looks at it that way. So we will see. But yeah, it's going to be really important to hear. We need way more specifics. Anyway, this Ho token, I'm not going to tell you I know a lot about it. I know enough to make me want to buy it. I know it's coming from Polly and gang. You know my thoughts on them. You know I like them. You know I've made this clear too, and I can always say it again. I don't have to agree with everything about them, but I like them, and I like what they do in the space, building wise. So that said, this Ho token comes from that gang. It sounds like they got a big old burn coming. I bought some around $100 million. Excuse me, a $1 million market cap. What is it at now? Almost at 2 million. So almost a 2x here. And I think this one can cook like all that stuff. I do. Now, what's the real potential with it? I don't know. I'm not in this long term. I'm in this because I just understand the kind of energy around those guys. But Whirly Girl, I didn't know. Yeah, this is from Jimmy Edgar. Maybe is who launched it. Jimmy is brilliant. He's awesome. But I didn't know about this till Whirly Girl tweeted about it. So thank you, Whirly Girl. And yes, Bored Apes definitely on that list. Yeah, and we know they are already because the SEC has already said they're investigating Yuga Labs. This is going back like 2 years. We haven't heard a peep about it, but make no mistake, it's not because it went away. So be careful. That's right. Let's go, Ho. Whirly Girl, what does Ho stand for? Hold on eternally, something like that. I love it. I love it. No utility with Ho. No utility. Well, hey, maybe there's some secret utility I'm not aware of. NFA, not financial advice. Do not copy my trades. Usually not a good idea. Yeah. But there we are. Okay. Something happening at 2 today. They've said they're going to burn. I think they were looking to get... So they're having people send this Ho token to like a burn address, basically. They're sending it to some address. I think whatever's there is going to get burned. I think they're looking to get, $1 million. Again, the market cap's tiny right now still. Should send that price soaring. I'll definitely be looking to dump around then. Oh my goodness, there's a black paper. I love it. Yeah, no Cosmos, no IRL Ho, no utility like that. Be great though. Yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, DYOR, of course, but I just like to be very, very transparent with you guys. All right, I'm still looking for more comments about this stuff. It's wild, just wild. What a day. Okay, we got another comment here from Roham. NFTs that are not financial in nature are clearly not securities, and most lawmakers we interface with understand this. We, Dapper Labs, are working towards legal clarity for NFTs through forthcoming litigation. Okay. Yeah, and this is what we need clarity on specifically. Which NFTs are they calling securities? Again, it was at a blanket statement. Was that specific tokens with... Well, specific NFTs with fungibles. I think that's a big part of it. I also think NFTs that are meant for fundraising, I mean this, guys, NFTs that are meant to make money to then build, I think they consider NFTs. I mean, I'm sorry, I think they consider securities. I think that's their position. I cannot drop link. Check out Polly's account and Jimmy Edgar and those guys. You'll find the legit accounts, right? You'll find the contract address. Yeah, if I drop a link, I'll feel like I'm telling people to buy, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, guys, interesting timing. So yeah, Donald Trump drops his 4th NFT collection yesterday. A lot of perks, man. A lot of A lot of rewards in this collection, and it's like every collection he keeps adding more and more and more. Gala dinner was always a reward, right? In Series 1, Series 2, Series 3. Now we got some sneakers in there too. Physical cards were introduced, I believe, Series 1 as well. So those carry forward. Ordinals. There's ordinals in this collection too. I think 25 of these. There's 25 ordinals you can get from having, I don't know, hitting a certain rarity card or buying a certain package. More shoes. Platinum shoes that are autographed. A piece of his suit from his debate with Trump. This is funny because this is where I start thinking about Trump and his character. Do you think it's actually the suit? Right, on one hand, why not? Why would he fake that? The other hand, why does he fake and lie about everything? So is it actually the suit? I would bet not. My gut tells me it's just some random ass suit. That would feel very Trumpy, and I bet you that's the case here. Also, who cares? Gold shoes. Here's the cards. They look great, like all the series look. They look great. I like the shoes, to be honest. And then the gala dinner. Now, you saw, guys, Thread Guy bought the $25,000 package here. $25,000 package. It gets you a VIP meeting with Trump, right? So like the gala dinner, but smaller. I think it's like a little cocktail party, maybe before the dinner. Now it's not a one-on-one, but it's definitely closer to Trump. And he's trying to land this interview with Trump, so he bought it, $25,000. By the way, his tweets out there. What's this? His tweets out there that he spent $25,000 and it's only a raffle for that VIP little gathering. I think it's just engagement farming. I don't think it's random. I don't think it's a raffle. You spend $25,000, I think you're in. But yeah, look at this. All these different packages. So $7,400 you get. I think everything above. And then you also get what is this? One of one card. I think this is going to be the ordinal. I think. You get 25 cards. You get a commemorative dinner card. I don't know if that's for the gala dinner. You get a digital debate card. I think that's with the suit. Just a guess here. There's so much stuff. I'm no chance in hell I'm reading all this. And then here, this is the $25,000 package. So the 2 Ultra VIP dinners. Oh, I guess there's 2 different things. So 2 VIP dinners with Trump. Here's the cocktail with Trump. So it is 2 separate things. You get the shoes. You get the physical card. You get the ordinal, I'm assuming. You get it all. You get it all. Here's the ordinal. You get it all for only $24,750. Man, what a bargain. What a freaking bargain. Yeah, I still don't think it's just a chance. Maybe I'm wrong here. Well, okay, it does say limited to the first 25 buyers of the package. So after that, wow. No, you're right. You're right. Man, maybe you're number 26, and what do you get? All that stuff minus the dinner? Or does the package end? That's crazy. They got to cut it off at 25. Because, like, most of this, I think they got to cut it off, right? There's only 25 of this. There's only 25 of these. I don't think you're going to spend that and get, just not get the full thing. There's only 25 of the ordinals, too. I have a feeling they cut it off at 25. Might be wrong. I don't know. Dude, he's fucking wild, that guy. What a grift. What an absolute crazy-ass grift. I love it. I do. I'm not even kidding. I love it. So tell you what, you combine the base collection, the Pnucks, you combine that with the new Trump collection. Gets me hyped. You combine it with Azuki announcing a couple Hollywood insiders joining, maybe not officially the team, but helping build out their IP, right? Somebody who worked on like Harry Potter, the Warner Brothers Harry Potter, and somebody who worked on the Umbrella Academy, like some major Hollywood stuff, getting in that Azuki ecosystem now. Really bullish, man. Really bullish. Here you go. Mark Goffman, Jessica Turner. Real bullish. This is what NFTs look like going forward. Web3 IP looks like this. And it looks like the Doodles, right? Doodles also announcing another new music video. This to me is what the next gen of NFTs looks like, and I love this. Man, I was planning to talk on Doodles quite a bit today. But the idea, I am more and more wrapping my head around the business model. This is not supposed to like replace the traditional, I guess, Hollywood content kind of business model. It's more meant to supplement it, right? I know Hollywood's in turmoil right now, and again, I think it was Julian from the Doodles was talking about this. Right? It's chaos there. It's like these people aren't making money anymore, and it's getting harder and harder for these streaming platforms. It's so competitive. They're competing with this online space. They are. But they're like, this isn't to replace that stuff. Like, that stuff's never going away. But this is another stream. This is another creative outlet for creators like these people, right? Like Lil Yachty, like Coi Leray. It's also another way to make money and maybe to be able to own your content still, right? You don't got to go and partner with Apple for this, and you don't have to partner with whoever to release whatever it is you're working on. You can go do that separately. They could treat this like a little indie product. You know, make a song, release it through this stream. Make maybe more money this way than if you released it as a single on the Apple, App Store, Music Store, whatever, right? It's on top of or next to, right? Do that stuff the way you always did, but on top of that, these people got a lot of songs, music laying around. They do, they really do. Put some of this in this different economy. Man, it's a way to engage with the fans. It's a way to drive collectability to your art. It's also a way that you can maybe make more money than if you released that song the traditional way. So again, this is on top of or along with the traditional models, not to replace it. I get it. I like it. And I think they got to push that message, because when he started speaking about that, that's what really made it click. Like, I like this, I get it, but scaling this and thinking this replaces the industry, that I had a hard time seeing, and then realizing it's not to replace it, it's just to do alongside. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. Very much treat it like the artist is keeping control over their own stuff, and that it's more direct, right? I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's making a lot of sense. So, I dig the Doodles thing. Again, I think we could spend a lot longer talking about it. We're not right now. We'll talk about it when does this drop? Friday. We'll talk about this on Friday when the music video drops. Oh, they got some more packs. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to spend, well, we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to spend a few more bucks to view the music video, because it shows up on YouTube a couple days later. Even if it comes with some limited edition NFTs, even if I'm not sure. Now, if it came with, I'll say this, if it came with a chance for some of the limited edition, like Adidas merch, I'm probably buying it for a couple bucks a pack. I think that works really well. But yeah, a couple bucks just to get more NFTs. A couple bucks. We spend that on whatever. We waste it on whatever. I don't know if I'll keep doing it. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta chew on that a bit still. Yeah, if there's a shot at some merch, that'd probably get me. Well, they're 99 cents. Yeah, that probably gets me. Does it come with digital wearables? I don't think so. So it's just a pass to watch the video and get some collectible NFTs. Okay. Yeah, for a buck, I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of do. A big mint yesterday too. Again, this is the stuff that had me so excited yesterday. NBA Top Shot with these arcade packs, $5 packs. Almost 12,000 of these, maybe closer to 11,000, but not huge, not a massive supply, not tiny either, but some people in these packs are hitting $500 cards, $500 moments, some of them worth a couple grand, right? There's some LeBron James stuff in there. There's some mega stars in here. So you're going to spend $1 on the Doodles thing, and I don't know that you're going to have any potential to make, to make some profits there. Maybe you do. I'm leaning towards you don't, but Top Shot, I bought a pack because I always feel like I do. So $5 a pack. Yeah, I jumped right on here. Guys, demand was so high that it crashed this sale. It did. Broke the site. We're talking about me feeling like NFTs are back and that energy I felt yesterday, this is a part of that. It's a big part of that, right? The bullish news, the really hot derivative project, a new mint that sells out in the way that it did, again, breaking the site. That's the vibes I'm talking about. That's the 2021, 2022 vibes that I've been missing for, man, a long time. I felt it yesterday. I really did, in a big, big way. So, man, the OpenSea thing really throws a wrench in stuff. Just how bullish I was as opposed to where I'm at right now. Still bullish, but that's great. God damn, Bold Leonidas is awesome. Just crazy. Oh, God. Cue fucking everybody writing there, sharing their thoughts on OpenSea. No, I can't shit on that. I'm not doing anything different, but I don't know. See everybody starting to tweet their thoughts and just whatever. Can't shit on it. I'm doing exactly that. So, oh, what can you do? It is how it goes. Hang on. I got to check something. Hang on, guys. Hell yeah. I got quoted in an article. I love that. Do you guys use the Defiant? I've seen it. I've been on the site before. I think it's a big site, right? Defiant News? Like a decently big site. Anyway, they quoted me in here. We're talking about the Trump NFTs. For others, including Hudah Idiot, I love it. I fucking love it. I do love it. I love it, to be honest. Love or hate Trump. It's great seeing a former president going all in on crypto and NFTs. People dismiss it because of who it is, but it's a pretty historic collection. I did clarify that, though. Series 1, pretty historic. And I think that team is killer. That was my bigger point. Was the great team behind that project. Like really, they absolutely kill it. Dude, if you're watching, appreciate you including my comments here, though. That was cool. Even if they're found to be complicit in selling some that are considered, Whirly Girl, I would like to think it's fine as well. I will tell you this, kind of like we saw DraftKings close up shop when they started facing legal action. They just said, fuck it, we're out. Like, why bother? Why bother? We're going to spend so much money fighting this shit. I don't think OpenSea's really shown, even though they're saying it today, I don't think they've shown that they're really willing to put in a fight. And they've showed us that, not on the legal side yet, but in the fighting for market share, fighting for users, fighting to keep users. They've never shown that before. Tell you this, wouldn't shock me. Imagine this. I don't think it'd be a black swan event at this point, too. It'd be big news. But imagine if OpenSea just said, we're done, guys. We made our money. We're done. We'll pay the fine. We'll go away. That wouldn't shock me at all. I'll make that call. I think that's a possibility here. I think that's a possible outcome here. They're saying they're going to fight. Will they actually fight? I don't know. That's my thoughts. That's what I'm tweeting out after. We'll see. Businesses pay SEC fines all the time. They will also end up agreeing to put in place some type of compliance to screen listings going forward, is my guess. Yes. Yep. Are they going to want to spend money to implement that, though? Again, they don't show that they want to spend a lot. Now, with that said, behind the scenes, they are building. They have upgraded contracts. They have built out different new ways to use the platform. Hell, that OpenSea, was it 2.0 or OpenSea Pro? They've definitely put some investments in. They've definitely built. But I do wonder at some point if that I wonder if it changes. I'm curious. OpenSea was open to it. Whirly Girl, you're right. OpenSea wanted to sell off their business for a year or so. You're not making that up. It might have been a comment that was taken not out of context, but it was said in an interview, and it might have been meant as a, like, we're open to whatever, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you'll say stuff and you don't mean people to take that quote and run with it. That could have been what happened there, but they did say it. It was their founder, CEO that said that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think they plan to sell this and we'll open it up for a bargain price. It very possible, Whirly Girl. I'm not going to be shocked at all. I wouldn't. Not at all. I'm not convinced that this is something that OpenSea digs their heels in and they're ready to fight. I'm not convinced. In fact, like, my gut tells me it's the complete opposite. My gut tells me this is part of, like, OpenSea's, it's the second, the third, it's one of their final chapters. Maybe. Like, that's kind of where I lean with it. I don't sense, I don't know. I don't know why they would fight. For what? For this tiny market share they have now? They don't get a lot of volume. So, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if this is actually where OpenSea bows out. I don't know that they have that fight in them. We will see. Right? Maybe they just put that money aside, and maybe they should do more, but put money aside to help people fight those charges. But OpenSea's like, all right, guys, we did our thing. We're happy. It's in good hands. Maybe they start preaching we need to decentralize stuff. Right? And part of that messaging is they get out. Won't shock me. Nah, not at all. So, yeah, if I were to make any prediction, which is stupid to do this early, and why even have a prediction, but whatever, I think OpenSea goes bye-bye. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Wild shit. We will certainly get into this again on the afternoon show, guys. This changes everything, so my bullishness, it's there. It's a little less than just this morning. Nonetheless, lots to talk about. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Let me pull it up on the screen, in fact. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live right here on SlamX. You can follow us, or subscribe over on YouTube. It's SlamX Official. On X, it's SlamXIO. And, of course, make sure you're following CryptoSlam.io over on X. Again, Henry the Grape, Yojo, and Hudah. We'll all be there talking about this OpenSea dilemma. Who else is going to be getting it? Because a lot of them are. Will Magic Eden be next? Will Blur? Yeah, a lot more coming. This is just the start, in my opinion. Buckle up. This year is going to get wild. Hey, the most volatile period for crypto ever was the thesis going back to May. That still stands today. And I don't think we've seen the worst or the best of it yet, guys. A lot more cool shit coming. Just weather this storm. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you in a few hours on the afternoon show, guys. Appreciate the hell out of you. See ya.